You want to buy silver and want to know what is the best silver to buy in 2021? We'll give you all of the information you need. Also, we'll cover the worst silver and mistakes to avoid when you buy silver. Please note that the opinions expressed in this video are my own. I am not a financial expert nor a financial advisor. You should always do your own research before making any financial decisions. If you are in the US, the third best silver to purchase is constitutional silver, also known as junk silver. In terms of liquidity, it's pretty easy to buy and pretty easy to sell. Usually it's available at most local coin shops, and it's rather easy to find buyers either in stores or in private selling. The major advantage of junk silver is that the premiums are the lowest of all of the silver you can purchase. You can expect to pay in between spot price and about 5% over spot, depending where you buy and what the conditions of the markets are. Junk silver up to 1964 in the US is composed of 90% silver, and the balance is copper. This makes the coins very durable. The best method to purchase junk silver is to buy it by the weight. If the seller is trying to sell it at face value, make sure you're not purchasing any very worn coins because you're going to get a lot less silver for your money that way. Overall, having junk silver in your stack is a very good idea. In second place, we have what's known as generic silver, which is silver bars and silver rounds produced by private mints. Several of those mints are producing these bars and these rounds. The main difference between these and silver bullions is that these bars and these rounds do not have any face value. You cannot use them as currency. They still contain the same amount of silver, and they still have the same metal value. Liquidity on these is really good. It's about the same as junk silver. The purity will depend on the mint. Most mints use 3/9 fine, and some mints use 4/9 fine. This really makes no difference at all in the value of the bar. In terms of premiums, these have very low percentage over spot. It depends on the size of the bar that you're going to purchase. So if you're going to purchase a 1 ounce, you have to expect a higher premium than if you're going to purchase a 10 ounce or a 100 ounce bar. The percentages I'm showing here are normal market condition. In terms of shortage, the percentages can go up. Now for the best silver you can purchase as a US citizen, we have the American Silver Eagle. This is the most liquid form of silver available in the US. All dealers will accept them, and most of the public that are into precious metals know exactly what they are, so they are very easy to resell as well. The metal purity on these is 99.9% or 3/9 fine, and the premiums are a little bit higher than what you would pay for a private mint round. It usually ranges in between 15 and 30% depending on the dealer and the market conditions. When silver is scarce, these premiums can explode, so you have to be very careful depending on the market conditions. Sometimes the Silver Eagles are not worth purchasing. Overall, if you're stacking for weight, this would be the prime item that you should be focusing on. If you're a Canadian citizen, junk silver is a little bit less desirable. In Canada, junk silver is harder to resell. Dealers will accept it, but private sales are very difficult and usually people will give you below spot for it. The metal purity of the silver in Canada was 80% up to 1967. In 1967, some of the coins like the dollars were 80%, while the dimes, quarters, and half dollars were only 50%. On the other hand, 1967 coins usually have a higher numismatic value because they are a design that was only used during that year. In terms of premiums, you can usually purchase these between spot price and 10% over spot, depending where you're purchasing. Just like the US, the private mints are selling in Canada as well. So pretty much all of what I said for the US purchases are the same here. So in terms of liquidity, they are very easy to sell and very easy to buy.
The purity of the metal is the same, so 3/9 fine and 4/9 fine. And the premiums are low as well, so in between 8% for large bars, up to about 20% for 1-ounce bars. Again, in terms of shortages, the premiums can go up quite a bit. And finally, the best item to stack if you're a Canadian is the maple leaf. The maple leaf is the second most popular coin in the world. It has a metal purity of 99.99%, or 4/9 fine if you prefer, and is considered by many to be the most beautiful of all of the sovereign nations' bullions. The premiums for the maple leaf are usually lower than that of the silver eagle, so you can expect to pay a little bit more than a round bar, but less than what you would pay for a silver eagle. Finally, regardless if you are in the US or in Canada, the bullions of other nations would be a better choice than rounds if you can get them at the same price. So the Vienna Philharmonic from Austria, the Kangaroo from Australia, the Libertad from Mexico, and the Britannia from the UK are usually available in both countries. The price can vary a lot, so if the price is close to either the Canadian maple leaf or the American silver eagle, then I would not recommend buying those. On the other hand, if the price is closer to what the generic silver is selling for, then they would be a good purchase because they are more liquid than generic silver. Now let's go over the mistakes you should avoid at all costs. At number 10, not taking the time to research what you are about to purchase or invest in is a really big mistake. If you're about to put a lot of currencies into silver, it's worth it to research both where you're going to purchase and the items that you're going to purchase. Make sure that the price is correct. Inform yourself on how to verify that. We have a lot of video on this channel to help you with that and make an informed decision in the end. At number 9, not having a plan or a budget would also be a mistake. It's very easy when you start purchasing silver to overspend. Because of the premiums, when you purchase, you're actually behind in terms of value. And if you sell right away, you're going to lose money. So only spending disposable income or planned income is the best way to do it. Some people prefer to have a very strict budget, others go with rule of thumbs, but it's important to have some kind of plan in place. Again, we have a video on this channel regarding this if you need help to build your plan. The number 8 mistake would be buying bars that are too large. So the bigger bars you purchase, the less liquid they are. If you think about it, it's much easier to sell a 1-ounce silver bar that is worth maybe $30 or $40 than to sell a 10-ounce silver bar that would be worth $400, or even worse, sell a 100 ounces silver bar that would be worth $4,000. So in general, it's much better to stick to smaller sizes, like 1 ounce, 2 ounce, 5 ounce, and at the largest 10 ounces. When you start to get into the kilogram bars and the 100 ounces bars, it's going to be pretty difficult to sell unless you go directly to a dealer, but then they're going to give you a lot less money for it. At number 7, we have buying only one asset type. So what I mean by this is don't put all of your money into silver. If you want to make precious metals your primary saving accounts, then make sure to diversify into other metals like gold, platinum, and palladium. This will protect you against market cycles. So in general, silver and gold perform pretty much the same in terms of cycles, but platinum and palladiums are reversed. So when the economy is good, platinum and palladium do very well, and when the economy is bad, silver and gold do very well. So if you purchase both types, then you're going to be protected regardless what is going on. Also, diversifying into other things like real estate would be a good idea. The number 6 mistakes would be buying collector pieces or high premium items when you do not know what you are doing. It is possible to purchase high premium items and make money doing it. But you have to understand the market and understand what will gain value and what will not. Most of the high premium items lose value over time, so that coin that you paid 4 times the price of silver for will very likely be only worth the price of silver in a few years. So if you're just starting out, I would strongly suggest you stay with the bullion and the generic silver types, not into the collectibles. The same apply for poured silver. At number 5, we have buying fractional silver. That is silver that is less than 1 ounce. So usually we're talking about half ounces, 10th ounces, and 1 gram, either bars or coins. The smaller you go, the higher the premium is going to be. On 1 gram bars, most of the price is premium. And when you resell those, you're not going to get that premium back at all. So they are a terrible purchase. Number 4. Buying when the price just went up instead of buying when the price is down. So this is something very common in North America. People tend to purchase when they see that the price is going up. In general, that's the worst time to purchase. What you want to do is wait for the price to go down and then purchase when silver is on sale. If you look at the price of silver, you're going to notice that the way the silver market works is that it slowly goes up and then it drops really quickly. So when that drop happens, that's the best time to purchase. The number 3 mistake. Buying very high premium metal because of the shortages. So when the demand spikes in physical metals, the dealers will all raise their prices, and this is purely premiums. It is the worst time to buy because those premiums are going to go away. So if you're in a situation where you want to invest into silver and the prices are really high because of shortages, I would suggest that you put the money aside for when the prices go down. Usually this will last for a few weeks up to a few months. The second biggest mistake you can make would be to buy paper precious metals instead of physical. So what I mean by paper precious metals are the ETFs, or electronic traded funds. These have 2 major problems associated with them. The first one is that you have a counterparty risk. So that means that if the market fails or if the fund fails, you might lose all of your money. The second thing is that the banks are manipulating the prices of these funds. Sometimes when there's a huge demand for silver, the price will actually go down on these markets. Also, one of the main reasons to purchase silver is to have it available to you at any time. And obviously, if it's in a fund, it's not available. You cannot redeem the shares for silver either. You're simply holding a contract. So if you are going to buy silver, make sure that you buy physical bars and coins. And the biggest mistake that you can make when buying silver is to buy fake silver. So if you're just starting out, make sure to do business with reputable places that will test the silver for you before they sell it to you. Most of the local coin shops are really trustworthy. You can search their reviews online to see if they are. If you purchase from online dealers, you don't have to worry about that either. So the risk really comes from shady dealers or if you buy privately. A good rule of thumb is that if the deal seems to be too good to be true, it very likely is. There is a ton of fake silver coming from China. So it's important to know how to test for it, and if you want to learn that, I have videos on this channel to show you how to do it. But for peace of mind, as I said, doing business with reputable people is the best way to go. So if any of the information I gave in this video was helpful to you, please hit the like button. Also make sure to subscribe to the channel so that you can be informed anytime I post a new video. Here's a playlist of things you might be interested in watching next. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.